Adam lived in a small village called Greenfield. Every day he woke up early to help his family on their farm. He fed the chickens, watered the plants, and took care of the cows. Adam loved the fresh air, the green fields, and the quiet life of the village. But sometimes he felt like something was missing. Adam often heard stories about the big city from the people who visited the village. They spoke of tall buildings, bright lights, and many shops. They said there were many opportunities for young people like Adam. They told him, in the city you can find a job and make a better life. One evening, as the sun set, Adam sat with his parents and talked about his dream. "I want to go to the city to find a job," he said. His mother looked worried. "The city is far away, Adam. It is big and full of strangers," she replied. His father nodded and added, "It can be dangerous too." But Adam was determined. "I know, but I want to try. I want to see the city and find a job. I want to learn new things," he said with a smile. After thinking for a while, his parents agreed. "Be careful, Adam. And remember, you can always come back home," his father said. Adam packed a small bag with some clothes, bread, cheese, and a bottle of water. He also took his lucky coin and a small notebook to write his thoughts. The next morning he said goodbye to his family and friends. With hope in his heart, Adam started his journey to the city. The bus ride was long, and Adam looked out the window the whole time. He saw the green fields slowly change into small towns and then into big buildings. Finally, after many hours, he arrived in the city. It was even bigger than he imagined. The buildings touched the sky, and the streets were full of cars and buses. There were so many people, and everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Adam felt a little scared. This place is so different from my village, he thought. But he was also excited. He walked around looking at all the shops, restaurants, and tall buildings. He saw street vendors selling food, children playing in the parks, and people talking and laughing. Adam knew he needed to find a place to stay first. He walked for a while and found a small inn. The owner, a kind woman, gave him a room. "Welcome to the city, young man," she said. Adam thanked her and went to his room. He rested for a while and then decided to go out and look for a job. He walked for hours, looking for signs that said, "Help wanted." He went into a big hotel and asked the manager if they needed workers. The manager shook his head and said, "Sorry, we don't have any jobs right now." Adam felt a little disappointed, but kept going. He asked in many places, in shops, cafes, and restaurants, but nobody seemed to need help. Nas. As the sun started to set, Adam felt tired. He sat down on a bench in a small park. He looked at all the people walking by and wondered, did I make the right choice to come here? He felt a bit lonely, but he remembered his parents' words. "Be strong, Adam. Do not give up." The next morning, Adam woke up early. He was determined to find a job. He decided to explore a different part of the city. As he walked, he saw a small bakery with a sign on the window that said, "Looking for help." Adam's heart jumped with excitement. He took a deep breath and went inside. The smell of fresh bread and cakes filled the air. Behind the counter stood an old man with a friendly smile. "Hello," Adam said. "I saw your signs. Are you still looking for someone to help?" The old man looked at him and asked, "Do you have experience with baking?" Adam shook his head. "No, sir. I have never baked before, but I am a quick learner. "And I am very hard-working," he replied. The old man thought for a moment, then smiled and said, "I like your spirit. Come tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, and we will see how you do." Adam was overjoyed. "Thank you, sir," he said with a big smile. He went back to his room at the inn, feeling happy and hopeful. The next day, Adam arrived at the bakery early. The old man showed him how to mix flour, water, and yeast to make bread. It was hard work, but Adam did his best. He watched and listened carefully. Soon he was making bread, cookies, and cakes. The old man, who was named Mr. Baker, was kind and patient. He told Adam stories about the city and gave him advice. Adam worked hard every day, and slowly he became better at his job. The customers liked him because he was always friendly and smiling. He started to make friends with the people who came to the bakery every day. Adam sent letters to his family, telling them about his new job and his new life in the city. He wrote, "I miss you all, but I am happy here. I am learning new things every day." His parents were proud of him, and his friends in the village were excited to hear about his adventures. Weeks passed, and Adam felt more at home in the city. He saved some money and found a small apartment close to the bakery. He decorated it with some flowers and a picture of his family. Every morning he walked to work with a smile on his face. One day, Mr. Baker told Adam, "You have learned a lot, Adam. I think you are ready to help me run the bakery." Adam could not believe his ears. "Really?" he asked. Mr. Baker nodded and said, "Yes, you are hard-working and honest. I trust you." Adam was very happy. He felt proud of himself. He knew he had made the right choice, to come to the city. He found a job he liked, met new people, and learned many new things. Adam's life was different now, but it was also full of new opportunities. He still missed his village, but he knew he could always visit. He looked out of the bakery window at the busy streets and smiled. This was just the beginning of his new adventure, and he was ready for whatever came next.